Hello, I'm Rebecca. Welcome to my simple country life. I live in Southwest Missouri and garden in USDA Zone 6B 7A. Thought we'd do a little walk around the garden today. I've been painting our bedroom all week, so I haven't been outside much. It's Friday, November 7th. We had our first freezing temps on Sunday morning, and we're supposed to get more freezing temps starting tomorrow for the next 3 nights. So just going to do a little walk around the garden, see what's doing good. The blue star juniper in this short deck bed is not very happy, but it's a lot happier than the 2 dead ones in the other bed. The bloom-struck hydrangea is looking a little weather weary, but hopefully it'll make it through the winter and bloom in the spring. These apricot drift roses have been losing their minds, and just look at all the buds and all the blooms on there. I mean, they have just really been taken off. Over here in the long deck bed, this apricot drift rose also going crazy. I did take the fountain down, and it had 2 froggies in it, so I moved the bottom part over by the pond, so maybe they would move over there. Pretty sure that blue star juniper is dead, and that one down there is dead also. I'm trying to not get my shadow, and I'm doing a really horrible job of not getting my shadow. So there's one of the Miracle on the Hudson roses doing really well. This that I just transplanted not too long ago, my red knockout rose, is doing great and blooming and has another bud. And then back there, the shorter one in the back is the yellow knockout rose, and I'm glad to see that it's showing signs of life. Here's the other Miracle on the Hudson rose. Our daisies have been blooming a little bit. The purplish sand cherry is looking a little sad, but it is the end of the season and it'll probably be losing its leaves. I still have these pots over here that I need to clean up. I need to get the dirt out of that and put it around the base of the pond. My strawberries, I want to get them. I have one Vigo garden bed that's 11 inches tall, and it can either be 2 by 6 or 42 by 42 inches, and I'm probably going to do it by the 42 by 42 and put those strawberries in it. Gotta get that set up. This pot, that dirt I need to dump around the pond, all this stuff needs to get cleaned up and put away. And that dirt also needs to be put around the pond. So, oh, look at this. What are you, sir? I don't know what you are, but you just stay there and be happy. Okay, and then so over here, not much going on. We do have to dismantle this. We're going to keep the pond, the 40-gallon pond, running with the pump, and we'll drain and move these 2 barrels, and we'll have to get them situated for being put up for the winter. Let's see. Alright, the frogs are gone out of there. There was 2 frogs in there, and now they've moved on to somewhere else, so we will get that put up. This pink double knockout rose that I transplanted earlier this season has got a bloom on it getting ready to go. The Rose of Sharon, propagated from a hard cutting, is doing good. That first hard freeze we had Sunday morning just absolutely took out the cannas, so those need to be cut back. There's the home of the Pink Peony Club, but I still need to get the old trampoline wired for a peony cage and get it painted. That may be a spring project, we'll see. And the canna's looking sad. The dwarf burning bush has lost its leaves. And then this crazy daylily down here throwing out blooms. I don't know, everything is just, this has just been a really weird summer and fall. But I don't know if that crepe myrtle is just going to sleep for the season, or if it's still alive, hopefully it'll flush out in the spring. This mum down here didn't do too good, and I'm wondering if it's from the jugulone from the walnut trees we have at the other side of the yard. Nandina's doing good. Gold mop cypress is doing good. Concerned that this Rose of Sharon sapling did not make it, but if it didn't, I have that extra one that I can move down here because I had 4 come up. I was only expecting 3, and then one of them went ahead and flushed out. So that one's still doing good. The other one I showed you is doing good, and let's go check on the 4th one. Yeah, it looks like this one's still doing pretty good. So I should have 3. Hopefully that'll make it till spring, and if that one doesn't survive, then I'll move the one out of the half circle bed and put it in the long fence border. And the hard freeze definitely took out my ice plants. I also heard these called moss roses. I can't tell if that sedum in there is going to try to live or not. I was planning on taking all the ice plants out and dumping this dirt around the pond. And then this metal basket I'll just put non-breakable Christmas ornaments in for the holiday season. But I need to get all this stuff on the porch cleared up, put away for the winter. And that's something I'll hopefully be doing Saturday and Sunday. So I'll be back. Okay, we're going to be out here. We're going to winterize this to a certain extent. We're going to empty out those 2 barrels and get them put away for the winter. Tomorrow or tonight it's supposed to drop below freezing and be freezing all day Sunday, and then freezing temps again, I believe Sunday night and Monday night, and then the temps will go back up. But the first thing we're going to do is unplug the filter, disconnect it, and then fix this to where it's a fountain in the pond, and then we'll go about emptying the water out of the barrels, and my husband's going to be recording for me. All right, so I have unplugged the fountain, and if you notice that there's more dirt around here, it's because I've been emptying the veggie containers and putting that dirt in here to insulate around this pond. So what we're going to do, move the little copper plate here for a minute, and I said before I walked out of the house that I was going to grab a towel so I could dry my hands off after doing this, and guess what I walked out of the house without. That's okay, I will survive. All right, we're going to take off this. We're going to take out the pump. All right, so we're just removing the hose situation. A little splash action there. Okay, so then now I've got my pump, and I've got some acorns in here. Let's move this maybe more towards the middle if we can. I don't know that we can, but okay. Get my little piece to put on here to make this a fountain. Ooh, let's not stick my watch in there. Okay, I'm gonna pop that on. Oh, apparently that's not the right piece. And I've got a towel. I've got a short piece of plastic tubing, because when all else fails, we will use our redneck ingenuity to get it done. Aha! There we go. Okay, so now stick you back in there. We have that part sticking up to the top. We put the rocks back to hold the foam down. And we'll find out how much more towards the middle that is. We're going to turn it on and see what happens. Hopefully, we won't get a lot of splash out. Alrighty. Well, I think we got to worry about getting a lot of splash out, but at least that's some movement, and that'll help hopefully keep that little area from freezing, because I don't want to put a bigger pump in there and then have to worry about remembering to change that out next year. So that's that step done. The next step is I'm going to take my drill and I'm going to drill a hole towards the bottom of these barrels, because we're going to put in what they're called, baby? Drainage holes, valve, for, so that next winter all we have to do is drain the water out of them, cover them, and that's it. And because I really don't want to dump the rocks out of there, but probably going to need to. So anyway, let me get my drill, and I'm going to go around to the other side. Well, I'm going to do this one from this side. Okay. It helps if you have it in forward instead of reverse. And there we go. We're using I've already said, I'm using a 1/2 inch bit, because any valve we put in there is going to be bigger than a 1/2 inch. So we just want to get the water out of it for now. I don't want to do it too low because I don't know where we're going to put the valve out, but we want the valve to be able to sit right? I'll do this one lower than the other one. And there we have it. 2-pan barrels. Once that gets low enough, I'm just going to dump the rocks from here into there. And the rocks that are in here we'll have to put in something else. Alrighty, this is low enough. I think I can maybe dump the rocks out. And come spring, when the water's not so cold, I'll spread that out. I don't want to put that on any plants. So that one's emptied. Do you think if we just turned it over and leave? No, because then stuff might try to live in it. That needs to go. Just turn it upside down, and then in the spring you turn it back over for me. So if there's something living in it, you can save me.
I'll save you.
I appreciate that. All right, that sounds like a plan for me. All right, so we'll stick that there, and that can be your little winter home. And then the only other thing I'm going to do right now is unhook. Okay, so unhook this black hose that we ran from the pump to the bog filter. Now, my question with this, I mean, I know we'll have to move it eventually to put the valve on it. Do we want to empty the rocks now? We want to go ahead and empty the rocks now, right? Or you think it'll be okay?
It'll be okay. I mean, it lets anything that's living in it right now die, like you said, it's growing stuff.
Yeah.
And it lets them dry out some more.
Okay. And even if we have a hard, which we are going to have a hard freeze for an extended period, 24 hours, it'll have room to expand. Okay. All right. So he's more knowledgeable about that kind of stuff than I am. So this is all we're doing for now. When we get ready to put the valves on the barrels, we'll bring you along for that. But yeah, just want to give you a little update on winterizing the pond. That little gem boxwood is not loving life over here any better than it liked it in the long garden bed or long fence border. Those are the blue flag irises. They're supposed to like boggy conditions. I don't know if they're still alive or not, but I went ahead and planted them. And then also the dirt from the planters on the porch, the ones that had these, honey, can you see these little green things? There were some of those in there. And so I just went ahead and planted them just in case they survived the winter, because I did really like those. So anyway, I've just got to finish putting dirt around here and packing it along the sides, and um, then these sedges here are going to be going around these 4 sedges. 1, 2, 3, 4 sedges will be going somewhere around the pond in the spring. I got the porch or deck cleaned up a little bit yesterday. Got the stuff kind of rearranged over here, took all my potting stuff and put it in the shed. The only thing I have left to still put up is this tub of items here. And then over in the veggie bed, I got all the containers cleared out except for that one that I still need to empty dirt out of. It got down to 36 last night, so it didn't get down to freezing like they had called for. And today it's 40 degrees, and with the wind blowing, feels like 31 degrees. So I'm bundled up a little bit to be out here recording. I moved the strawberry pot over into this corner to hopefully give it a little protection. And it is supposed to get below freezing tonight and be freezing all day tomorrow. So we'll see what that brings. But then after that, I think we're supposed to have 2 weeks of fairly decent weather. And I plan on working on this area, stacking cinder blocks against the fence. And this will be a vegetable bed at some point. And I have decided, ignore that bucket there because I'll be using it for my container garden. On this side of the fence, I'll be moving all that stuff and reusing it over in the vegetable bed. But this area here, I am going to do, I think it's going to be the berry border. I'm going to have container gardens and with strawberries and berry bushes. And so we use raised beds with mulch and then rocks. So I think that'll look nice because over here, like I said, I'll have the cinder blocks against the fence, basically stacked 2 high. Well, stacked with some of this other stuff over here, repurposing it along the back to help hold in dirt because this is a pretty good slope. And eventually over the years, I want to kind of level it out so that that is more of a level garden bed. So that's the plan. So let me turn you around and sign off. You can see we have beautiful blue skies. And you can also see it's cold because my nose is already a little red just from being out here for a little bit. But anyway, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, please leave them below. I really appreciate you stopping by, and y'all come back.